So for problem number 3, if you notice when you're filling in your answer sheets, there's no place that we can draw any circles. So I'm just going to do this lesson with you today. Just problem number 3, we'll do it together. If you're reading it, it says draw a circle with a radius of 1 inch. Now remember, we set our compasses by the radius. It says radius, so that's what we're going to set our compass at. So take out your compass and set your radius for 1 inch, and then you're going to draw your circle here. I cannot hold the camera and draw at the same time, so I'm going to pause it, and then when I click back on, magically a circle will be there. So I'm going to do that for you right now while you draw yours. Okay, so now I have my circle and it is set at 1 inch, so yours should be about that size. It fits in the space pretty well. The next instruction says you're going to draw 3 radii, that means 3 radius or 3 radii, so that the circle is divided approximately into thirds. So it wants it to look like it has that kind of like peace sign looking in it. And that's what you're going to draw as well. It says measure the angles to see how closely they correspond to thirds. So since there's 360 degrees in a circle and you need 3 sections, then you'd say 360 degrees divided by 3, and that means that each angle in this circle needs to be 120 degrees. So the first thing that you want to do is go from the center of your circle and draw out 1 radius, and our radius is going to need to point to the top if we're going to make this shape look exactly the same. So I'm going to do that now. I'll pause it and you do the same. Okay, so you should have 1 line going this way. Now we're going to, remember I like going to the left, so I'm using the bottom number. So I am going to set up mine. Gonna set it to where it is pointing at 0, if you can see the 0. Remember, yours might have a circle. And then I'm going to count up to 120. So I'm starting with these bottom numbers, remember? Coming all the way over to where there's a 120. And then I'm just going to place a little dot there underneath 120. Because that means that's where the angle is going to be. Then I will line up my ruler and draw that line now. Again, I'm going to have to pause it because I can't do it at the same time. So when you draw your line, stop it at the circle. Don't stop it at the dot because we want it to end at that circle. And we're wanting it to, remember, look like this one. Okay, now I'm going to go to this line and line my compass up that way. I need to turn it upside down. Remember, mine points from above. Yours could point from below. Yours could point from all different ways. My line's not a very good straight line. I apologize for that. It's hard to hold a camera and do all that at the same time. Okay, so I'm now pointing at 0. Again, I'm following the bottom numbers, and there's 120. And it's about right there. And I'm making my dot. Then line up your ruler from the center to the dot, and remember, draw your line, but stop at the circle. Okay, now here's my final circle. Each one was 120 degrees apart, and if you look at it, it looks just like the one that they did there. So next Tuesday when you turn in your math pages to me, remember all of your work has to be done in this, and you'll show that to me for proof, but all your other problems can be turned in today. When you're working on them, you'll just, after you're done, put it in the sheet that's in your assignment page. Remember, do not label anything square yards or feet or square feet. Don't put any of those kind of labels. It could mess up your answer. But it does have a little math area that will let you put your answers in fractions, so that would be helpful. Okay, there's also a formula sheet that you can use that I've attached to this lesson as well if you've forgotten some of these formulas. Okay guys, I hope this helps. If you need any help, just let me know and I'll see if there's anything else that I can do to help you. All right, bye-bye.